I recently went to a concert and I saw the best variation of an encore to ever exist. And so, first off, I'm just gonna say it plain. We need to stop doing encores. Like, yeah, okay, sure, in like the 60s and 70s when like stadium rock was just becoming a thing. Even then, I think that's the 80s. Like, but this idea of like masses of people, like think about the Beatles, like masses of people are going to see one band, sometimes one person. Like the idea of someone being such a star, like we're done with that. Like we have Hollywood culture has taken over, especially with social media. Like we're done with that. So the whole idea of an encore was like, okay, thank you for coming out. I'm probably like the fourth person you've ever seen put on a performance to this scale, right? Like, this is the grandest thing you've ever seen. All right, good night. I'm going away. And then they walk off stage. And then the crowd, again, just like, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen because I've never seen this many people in one place to see one person or band. So then the audience is supposed to be like, no, no, come back, come back. And then encore, encore, encore. And then they walk out and they're like, we're just kidding. We're coming back to play another song. Although we always planned on doing this. You think we're coming back out because you were screaming so loud that we were like, we have to give them one more. No, it was planned, right? Which we all know now. But, this audience is screaming, come back out. And then they come back out and the audience is like, no way, they came back out. And then what did they do? They play some more music. But 2 songs, 3 songs max, and then they leave. And then this turned into like a thing that bands walk off, the audience goes encore, encore. It's so like self motivated. It's almost pretentious in a way. It's like, I'm so famous that I'm going to walk off the stage and make them beg for more. And then it became this thing where it's like, okay, well now the encore is when you play those like 2 or 3 really famous songs. Like the Foo Fighters plays Everlong as an encore. Or like, I don't know, Radiohead plays Creep as an encore. And let me maybe reference some bigger bands. Like ABBA isn't playing Dancing Queen just during the normal set. That's an encore song, right? Like the big song gets saved for the end. Or even just bring it back to the Beatles, even though I don't really like the Beatles. But like, think about the song, what's their big song? Hey Jude. Like, that's an encore song. That one's actually pretty sick because it's an encore song and then it's a stadium chant and then you walk off as the stadium's chanting it. Whatever. Cool. Sure. Fine. My point is, we're in a day and age where it's like, we don't need to do that anymore. Like, first off, concerts cost like way too much money. Well, let me say that in a better way. Concerts for big people like Taylor Swift, where the concert ticket is like $500 for the cheapest seat, that is unnecessary that is the most unnecessary cost whatsoever. Like, you get it's a better investment buying like Lululemon shorts that are $200 and cost 5 cents to make. Like, you're saving more money doing that than going to a Taylor Swift concert for $500. It's just, and it's nothing against Taylor Swift. It's just the way of the world, right? So, to then do the whole, like, encore thing, it's like, these people paid $500, up to, like, $2,000 maybe. I don't know how expensive a Taylor Swift concert is, to see you. Like, you don't need to do the whole, goodbye, I'm walking off the stage now, and I hope you chant my name. Again, I don't know if Taylor Swift does this. I'm not saying she does. I've never been to a concert first. Maybe I should watch the Era Tours thing on Disney+. My point being, it is such an unnecessary thing to do. I'm not going to sit in the seat that I paid good money for and, like, beg you to come back on stage. You're supposed to be playing music. I specifically paid you to play that one song that I want to hear. I didn't pay you to play the song that nobody cares about off your most recent album and you're just doing a promo tour for that stupid album. I paid you to play the one big song. I paid you to play Iris by the Google Dolls. I didn't pay you to play that one song from the Who Cares and Nobody Knows. Okay, continuing. I went to a Foo Fighters concert last year, or whenever, 2 years ago, doesn't matter. And I was like, if they do, and it was in a stadium, mind you. So like, so many people were there. And I was just thinking to myself, if they do that stupid thing where they walk off the stage and they want us to go, no, come back, I want more music, I'll be damned. Sure enough, they said, good night, we've got to go. Meanwhile, I know that the sound ordinance ends at 11. These guys are walking off at 10:45. Come on. Also, they haven't played Everlong. I know they're not done yet. So I'm sitting there like this. And I'm just waiting. And everybody in the stadium, no! Everlong! They come back out, they do the whole thing. We just wasted 10 minutes of my time. You didn't need to do that. Like, we build up this good momentum. I'm like, yeah, every song is a banger, and then it's like, goodbye, and now I'm just like this. Now I'm done. Anyway. I just went to a concert literally last week. It was the time of filming, I swear. And this band did the most amazing encore ever. It made the most sense out of any encore I've ever seen ever to have ever been done. They go like this. It's, they had 3 songs left, but they say on that 4th to last song, so they have 3 songs left, on that 4th to last song, they say, oh, by the way, guys, this is the last song. And I'm thinking to myself, they haven't played that song yet. There's that song I'm waiting for, and they haven't played it yet. And so they play that 4th to last song. Done. They do the whole thing. Good night, everyone. I'll see you later. But they don't walk off. It goes right into the next song. And then I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So they faked us out. And then he goes, all right. Like, that was it. This one, the 3rd to last one now. This one's our last one. All right. And so, all right, what? Goes into the next song. 2nd to last song. Now on this one, I'm like, they're not gonna fake us out 3 times. Like, this is the last song. This has to be the last song. And they're playing that song. Like, every band has that song. They played that song. You know what I mean? So they were done, as far as I was concerned. They play the song and they do the good night, everyone. Thank you so much for. And there are concert goers who don't really care to catch all the last songs, so they want to just dip, so they miss all the traffic and the crowd getting out. So there's people leaving the place. Boom, right into the last song. Right after they're doing all the goodbyes and stuff, right into the last song. And I was like, yes, this makes sense. I didn't sit here and do this weird begging, even though I paid you to play music. And it was totally unexpected. You expect an encore. You go to a concert of a big enough scale, you expect an encore. You know when they walk off, they're not actually done. But when they tell you 2 times in a row, hey guys, this is our last song. After that 2nd time, you go, okay, it's the last song. And then they play a 3rd song, you don't expect that. That's how you gotta do encores. So from now on, for those of you who amass 10,000, 50,000 people to your concerts on a regular basis, stop doing the whole walk-off thing. It makes no sense now. In 2026, it makes no sense to do that. Do the other one. Keep telling the people, all right, this is our last one. And it'll work. It'll work. And then when you say, all right, guys, for real, this is our last one, seriously. And then you play the song and it's not the song, then you make people feel something. You go, oh, they didn't play the song. And then you fake them out and you play the song and you got a happy audience. Otherwise, you do the stupid little walk-off thing you expect to hear that song after they walk off. But imagine getting an audience to not expect to hear your most popular song. But what do I know? So I'm editing this and I've just got to interject here. And since recording this video, I've been to another concert. Perks of being a metal fan is that concert tickets are like $40 sometimes. This band did the whole like walk off thing, but I think they actually did it pretty creatively. They walked off and gave it maybe like 5 seconds. Like they all walked off, but then the guitarist came back out after, yeah, I mean, 5 seconds might be even too much. And he was doing this like fun little crowd control thing where he was like going like this and then like this, like trying to get us to, you know, be like, yeah. So that's pretty cool too, because you're not walking off and acting like you aren't going to play another song, but you're doing the pragmatic thing of giving your bandmates a moment to, I don't know, pee, drink some water, whatever you need to do, stretch, I guess. I don't know. But I thought that was pretty cool too, because they weren't acting like they were doing this whole thing where, oh, we're trying to trick you into thinking we're not playing anymore. But that was pretty creative. Because then at the end, when they played their last song, they stayed on stage for a little bit. They were giving people like pictures, and you know, drummers throwing his drumsticks, guitarist throwing his picks. They were signing stuff. So it was pretty cool. They weren't being pretentious about it. They were just having fun, which was cool to see.